Hi friends, today I'll be discussing about the recently conducted NEET 2020. Uh, I'll be solving the question paper. So it was conducted on 13th September 2020 on a Sunday. So the biology part of it I'll be discussing in this particular paper of NEET 2020. So myself, I am Ravi, a lecturer in biology at Christ Academy Junior College. So let us make an analysis of these question paper of this year, that is 2020. So the question paper was having all sort of questions in the sense difficult, easy, and average questions. It was a balanced question paper, and it covered almost all units of the prescribed syllabus. So the difficulty level was also similar to last year. But questions were free from any ambiguous options, that is more than one options. There were no such questions at all. It was easier to solve for the candidate. Out of 180 questions, 18 questions were easy, 60 were average, and 12 difficult. As far as biology is concerned, 90 questions, 18 were easy, 60 were average in nature, and 12 of them were difficult. Okay, around 56% questions were from 11th standard syllabus. So that is more than probably they might have had around 50 questions in terms of questions. Percentages: 56% questions were from 11th standard, and 44% questions were from 12th standard. So this year, from first year syllabus, the questions were more. So the difficult questions that were asked from the following topics. So the human physiology, they had three tough questions from there. Genetics and molecular biology, there was one difficult question from there. Evolution had one difficult question, and biotechnology had one difficult question. If you look into the pie chart of this biology paper and assessment of it, 62% of the questions were average in nature, and 31% were difficult, and 7% were uh, the easy questions that we had. So nearly 62% were the average questions. So 31% were difficult, and 7% questions were the easier questions. Okay. So if you can look into these itself, so 12 difficult questions were there, 18 were easy. So the easy questions were 31%, and 7% were the difficult questions. 62% were the average questions or moderate questions. So from class 12, plant diversity, so there were 5 questions. Nearly animal diversity, it was 2 questions. Plant morphology, they had 1 question. Plant anatomy, there was 3 questions from it. Structural organization in animals had 2 questions. Cell biology and cell division, so it was predictable, and 7 questions were there. So biomolecules, only 2 questions. Plant physiology had 7 plus 2, 9 questions, and human physiology or the animal physiology had 7 plus 4, that is nearly 11 questions were there. So 9 questions from plant physiology, 11 questions from human physiology. So these were the questions that uh, they had in the 11 standard syllabus. 12 standard syllabus, the following questions were noticed. So reproduction in plants had 4 questions, easy and moderate questions I'm talking about. So human reproduction and reproductive health, they had around 5 questions, 3 were easy and 2 were tough. Genetics and molecular biology, the questions were 4 were easy and 5 were the moderate questions or average questions. Evolution, so genetics and molecular biology, nearly 9 questions were there. Okay, so evolution, 2 questions were there. Human health and disease, 4 questions were from human health and disease. Strategies for enhancement in food production, only 1 question was there. Microbes in human welfare, they had 5 questions. Biotechnology, 4 questions were there. Ecology, 8 questions were there. So this is what is the assessment of the so question paper, the number of questions from each topic of 11th and 12th. See, this time there was not an equal ratio of the first year and second year syllabus. There were more questions from first year than second year. So nearly 56% of questions were from first year, and the remaining 44% was from second year. So this is the main booklet. So you should all be aware about it. So here you have this code of this version code of this question paper. So there are different codes, and G3 is one code. So this is the number of the question paper. Okay. So this booklet, it contains 24 pages, including all the question papers would be there, including biology, physics, and chemistry. Okay. So when you are marking it, you have to be very careful. Fill in the sides on side 1 and side 2 carefully with blue or black ballpoint pen. So the test of the NEET is 3 hours duration, that is 180 minutes, and the test booklet contains 180 minutes. So each question carries 4 marks. Correct response, the candidate will get 4 marks. For each incorrect response, 1 negative mark will be deducted from the total score. The maximum marks are 720. So 180 into 4, that is 720. So students should remember to use only blue or black ballpoint for writing particulars on this page. So rough work is to be done on this page provided for this purpose. In the test booklet, at the end of it, they have some sheets for rough work. So on completion of the test, the candidate must hand over the answer sheet to the invigilators. The candidates are allowed to take away this question booklet with them. So the code for this book is G3. So you should be very sure that when you are uh, marking it on the answer sheet, you have to code printed on side 2 of the answer sheet is the same as that of the test booklet. So there should be no mismatch there. Okay. So use of white fluid is not permitted. Each candidate must show to the examiner or the invigilator his or admit card. So these are all the other instructions that you have to know about it before taking up the examinations. So let us proceed with the discussion of the question paper. So I've put a box for all the right answers. So let us discuss and assess each and every questions. So the first question is, identify the wrong statement with reference to transport of oxygen. So this is from first year syllabus, the exchange of gases. So respiration, breathing, and exchange of gases. So we have to identify the wrong statement. 3 statements are correct, 1 is wrong. So the partial pressure of carbon dioxide can interfere with oxygen binding with hemoglobin. It's a correct statement. Higher H plus concentration or proton concentration in alveoli, they favor the formation of oxyhemoglobin. This is a wrong statement. So higher hydrogen concentration or proton concentration in alveoli, it does not favor the formation of oxyhemoglobin. But here they have given it as it favors the formation of oxyhemoglobin. So this is the wrong statement. So second question is, which one of the following refer to correct example of organisms which have evolved due to changes in environment brought about by anthropogenic action, that is human activity. So we have to identify the correct examples due to changes of environment brought about by anthropogenic action. So the first one is Darwin's finches of Galapagos Islands. That is not a human activity. So the herbicide resistant weeds, drug resistant eukaryotes. So the man created breeds of domesticated animals like dogs. So the correct examples for organisms which have evolved due to changes in environment brought about by the human activity or anthropogenic action are the B, C, and D statement. So B, C, and D statements discuss about the anthropogenic action which has brought about uh, the changes in these organisms due to the environment. So B, C, D, and D are the correct examples. Which of the following is not an inhibitory substance governing seed dormancy? So they are not asking it as not an inhibitory substance. They are not asking not an inhibitory substance. That means which is promoting seed dormancy. So they are playing with language here. So you should be very careful. Which of the following is an inhibitory means which prevents seed dormancy? Not an inhibitory means it is promoting seed dormancy. The answer is gibberellic acid because abscisic acid, phenolic acid, para ascorbic acid. So abscisic acid is uh, uh, inhibits the substance governing seed dormancy. Phenolic acid, para-ascorbic, they might not have any role at all. So the promoter is gibberellic acid, so which promotes seed dormancy is going to be gibberellic acid because the question is which of the following is not an inhibitory substance. That means which of the following is promoting seed dormancy. So the answer is gibberellic acid. So match the following disease with the causative organism and select the correct option. So column one, typhoid. So it is again very easy question here. So salmonella. Uh, so the typhoid is caused by Salmonella typhimurium. Pneumonia, Haemophilus influenza. So typhoid is Salmonella. So A3. So pneumonia is Haemophilus. So B4, A3, B4, C1 filariasis Wucheria bancrofti. Malaria is caused by Plasmodium vivax. So the first one is the right option. So the correct combination of column 1 and column 2 is in the first choice. Okay. So fifth question, select the correct events that occur during inspiration. So we have to select the correct events. First is contraction of diaphragm. Inspiration means inhalation of air. So contraction of diaphragm, that is going to take place. Contraction of external intercostal muscles, so that is also going to take place during the inspiration. So as a result of it, uh, so the lungs have space to expand and they could take in more of air. So A and B are correct. Pulmonary volume decreases, this is wrong. D, intrapulmonary pressure increases, this is also wrong. So A and B are the correct events that occur during inspiration. That choice is given in fourth answer. So fourth, A and B is the correct events that occurs during inspiration. That is contraction of diaphragm and contraction of external intercostal muscles are the correct events that are occurring during the inspiration. The oxygenation activity of Rubisco enzyme in photorespiration leads to the formation of one molecule of 3C compound. Okay, so one molecule of 3 carbon compound. So there is second choice, one molecule of 6 carbon compound. This is wrong. So they are talking about photorespiration. So there is, if you remember it, the phosphoglycolate and phosphoglycerate are formed. Phosphoglycerate is 3 carbon, phosphoglycolate is 2 carbon. So one molecule of 6 carbon compound is also wrong. One molecule of 4 carbon compound isn't there. Even the one molecule of 2 carbon compound is formed. Okay, two molecules of 3 carbon compound is also wrong. So the most appropriate answer of all these four choices are one molecule of 3 carbon compound, that is formation of the phosphoglycerate. Then there is also formation of phosphoglycolate, that is different. So seventh one, in light reaction, plastoquinone facilitates the transfer of electrons from photosystem 2 to cytochrome B6 F complex. So this is taking place in case of the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So in light reaction, plastoquinone facilitates the transfer of electrons from photosystem 2 to cytochrome B6 complex, B6F complex. So the right answer is seventh one, PS2. In gel electrophoresis, separated DNA fragments can be visualized with the help of ethidium bromide. So the with the help of ethidium bromide, we can visualize the DNA fragments when they are exposed to UV radiation. So gel electrophoresis, the separated DNA fragments can be visualized with the help of ethidium bromide in UV radiation. So ultraviolet radiation. So this is the right answer, eighth one. Ninth, the QRS complex in a standard ECG represents. So electrocardiogram, the QRS complex represents the depolarization of ventricles. So you have to mug up these concepts of it. So the ECG graph, the QRS complex, they are going to represent the depolarization of ventricles. So the plant parts, which consists of two generations, one within the other. So which consists of two generations, one within the other. So they have given the choices: pollen grain inside the anther, germinated pollen grain with two male gametes, seed inside the fruit, embryo sac inside the ovule. So the plant parts which consists of two generations, one within each other, one within the other. What is that? Is it pollen grains inside the anther? So, or is it germinated pollen grain with two male gametes? Is it germinated pollen grain with two male gametes, or seed inside the fruit, or embryo sac inside the ovule? So, which consists of two generations, one within the other? So, two generations consisting of two generations, one within the other. So, the third one, the answer is A, pollen grains inside the anther. They consist of two generations, one within the other. Okay. Then A and D. So the embryo sac inside the ovule, they consist of two generations, one within the other. So the embryo sac will be the next generation. The pollen grains will be the next generation, but anther is of that generation. Similarly, ovule is of this present generation. So the future generation would be the embryo sac. So anther is of present generation, pollen grain is of future uh, part of it. So they are the next generation. So grain and embryo sac is next generation. Anther and the ovule are existing generations. So they are which consists of two generations, one within the other. So A and D are the correct answer. The infectious stage of plasmodium that enters the human body is sporozoites. So sporozoites is the right answer. So the infectious stage of plasmodium that enters the human body is, they have given four choices: sporozoites, female gametocytes, male gametocytes, trophozoites. The right answer is sporozoites. 12th one, identify the incorrect statement. Sapwood is involved in conduction of water and minerals from root to leaf. So that is a correct statement. Sapwood is the innermost secondary xylem and is lighter in color. See, sapwood is not innermost. They are at the periphery of the heartwood. So sapwood is the innermost secondary xylem and is lighter in color is the wrong answer. Okay. So due to deposition of tannins, resins, oils, etc., heartwood is dark in color. Yes, that is true. And they are found at the center of the stem. Heartwood does not conduct water but gives mechanical support. That is also true. So second statement is the incorrect statement. The remaining three statements are correct. Okay, so sapwood is the innermost secondary xylem and is lighter in color. So that is the wrong statement. See, flippers of penguins and dolphins are examples of, okay, penguin belongs to the birds and dolphins. They are secondary aquatic adaptations of mammals. So the flippers of both of them are examples of convergent evolution. So their functions are same. So they are helping them in swimming, but their origin might be different. So it is an example of convergent evolution. So flippers of penguins and dolphins are examples of convergent evolution. Identify the wrong statement with reference to the gene I that controls ABO blood group. So there are four correct statements. One is incorrect statement. A person will have only two of the three alleles. Okay. So that is a correct statement. When IA and IB are present together, they express same type of sugar. This is a wrong statement. So they are going to codominance is there when IA and IB are present together. So they express same type of sugar is a wrong statement. Allele small I does not produce any sugar. That is also correct statement. The gene high, capital I, has three alleles. Yes, IA, IB, then so they have three alleles. The gene I has three alleles of it. Okay. So these are all the correct statements. When IA and IB are present together, they produce the same type of sugar is wrong. Okay. 15th question. Which of the following statements are true for the phylum Chordata? So you can notice many of the questions are from first year. So students, I would prescribe to you to give equal weightage for first year and second year. I do know that many of you ignore the first year preparation. So it has to be from even from first year, that is 11th standard itself. You have to commence your preparation. So in Eurochordata, notochord extends. So we have to find a true statements out of this four. So three are wrong. One statement is correct. Which of the following statements are true for the phylum Chordata? In Eurochordata, notochord extends from head to tail and it is present throughout their life. So, so that is Eurochordata. In Vertebrata, notochord is present during the embryonic period only. This is right. B is right. Okay. And central nervous system is dorsal and hollow. So chordata is divided into three subphyla: hemichordata, tunicata, and cephalochordata. So tunicata and cephalochordata here, they are wrong. Okay. The answer is, so the wrong options or the correct options are B and C. The remaining are wrong. So in vertebrata, notochord is present during the embryonic period only. That is a correct statement. C, central nervous system is dorsal and hollow. So they are all the correct statements or correct features of the phylum Chordata. So B and C are correct answers. Sixth one, presence of which of the following conditions in urine are indicative of diabetes mellitus? Is it uremia and renal calculi? So the kidney stones. Uh, so uremia, so and renal calculi, ketonuria and glycosuria. So they are the conditions in urine which are indicative of diabetes mellitus. So ketone and excess of glucose present in the urine, we call it as glycosuria. So ketonuria and glycosuria in urine are indicative of diabetes mellitus. So that is the right answer. See, renal calculi, again, it's a kidney stone. Uremia, so excess amount of urea. So they are all the wrong statements. The correct statement is ketonuria and glycosuria, the presence of glucose in urine. So that is the correct statement. 17th one, the first phase of translation or protein synthesis is amino acylation of tRNA. So amino acyl tRNA they are going to form. So the first step, first process or phase of translation is the activation of amino acid. So the amino acylation of tRNA, that is the first phase of translation. So that is the right answer. So recognition of DNA molecule, recognition of anticodon, binding of mRNA to ribosome, they're all not the first phase of translation. Amino acylation of tRNA, then there is going to be the chain initiation, chain elongation, and chain termination. So you have already studied about the biological translation, or it is also called as protein synthesis. So ray flow rates, so ray flow rates of sunflower, they are having inferior ovary. So the ovary is within this cup-shaped receptacle, and the androecium, gynoecium, and so the androecium, calyx, and corolla, they are arising from above the ovary. So that is the reason ray flow rates are having inferior ovary. The process of growth is maximum during lag phase, senescence, dormancy, log phase. Log phase is also called as exponential growth, the grand period of growth. So the process of growth is maximum during the log phase. Again, it's a first year question. The roots that originate from the base of the stem are it is primary roots, prop roots, lateral roots, fibrous roots. See, prop roots, it is in banyan tree. Primary roots, they arise from the radicle. Okay, lateral roots also, they are not going to form there. So fibrous roots are the right answer. The roots that originate from the base of the stem are called as fibrous roots. In water hyacinth and water lily, pollination takes place by, see, water hyacinth and water lily, they have very colorful flowers. That itself is an indication that they are going to attract the insects. So the pollination in case of water hyacinth, that is terror of Bengal or Eichhornia crassipes and water lily. So the pollination is going to take place by insect or wind. So they are either insect pollinated or wind pollinated flowers. So since they are not submerged in water, they are not water pollinated plants. So and they since they are floating plants with flowers above the water, so insects or winds are the pollinators. So pollination takes place by insects or wind. So which of the following is put into anaerobic sludge digester for further sewage treatment? So are we going to put into the anaerobic sludge floating debris, effluents of primary treatment, or activated sludge? The answer is activated sludge is put into the anaerobic sludge digester for further sewage treatment. So the answer is activated sludge. See, bilaterally symmetrical and acoelomate animals are exemplified by Platyhelminthes. So Ascalminthes, they have the pseudocoelomate. For the first time, acoelomate, we notice it in case of Platyhelminthes. Okay, so the Ascalminthes will have pseudocoelomate. Annelida will be having from Annelida to chordata, they are having true coelom or eucoelomate animals. So bilaterally symmetrical and acoelomate animals are exemplified by platyhelminthes, flatworms like liverworm, tapeworm. They are all examples of platyhelminthes. So 24th, identify the basic amino acid from the following. So we have to identify the alkaline nature of amino acid. See, whenever they are alkaline, they have two amino groups. Whenever they are acidic, they have two acidic group, that is COOH group. So lysine is having two amino groups. That is the reason they are alkaline in nature. So the basic amino acid from the following or alkaline amino acid from the following is lysine is an example. In which of the following techniques the embryos are transferred to assist those females who cannot conceive? So, in which of the following techniques the embryos are transferred to assist those females who cannot conceive? So, it is the ZIFT and IUT. So, ZIFT is the zygote introphallopian transfer, and IUT is so intrauterine transfer. So IUT is intrauterine transfer. ZIFT is zygote intrafallopian transfer. So this is the right answer. So ZIFT and IUT techniques are utilized for the embryos to be transferred to assist those females we cannot conceive. So the ZIFT and IUT is recommended techniques. Okay, intrauterine transfer or zygote intrafallopian transport. So 26th question, which of the following statements about inclusion bodies is incorrect? So three statements are correct about inclusion bodies, one is wrong. So let us identify them. The first statement is, so inclusion bodies are involved in ingestion of food particles. So this is a wrong statement. So they lie free in the cytoplasm. It's a correct statement. These represent reserve food material in cytoplasm. Yes, that is also a correct statement. So they are not bound by inclusion bodies are not bound by any membrane. That is also correct statement. So the wrong statements are inclusion body are involved in ingestion of food particles is a wrong statement. 27th, Experimental verification of the chromosomal theory of inheritance was done by Morgan. So the scientist, father of experimental genetics, we also call him as so Morgan, T.H. Morgan. So experimental verification of the chromosomal theory of inheritance was done by Morgan. Okay. 28, select the option including all sexually transmitted diseases, that is STDs, gonorrhea, malaria, genital herpes. Malaria is not a STD. AIDS, malaria, filaria. Malaria and filaria are not STDs. Cancer is not an STD. AIDS and syphilis are sexually transmitted. So gonorrhea, syphilis, genital herpes. So all these three are sexually transmitted diseases. So the right answer is 28. It is gonorrhea, syphilis, and genital herpes. They include all sexually transmitted disease. 29th, which of the following statement is not correct? The proinsulin has an extra peptide called C peptide, that is right. Genetically engineered insulin is produced in E. coli, that is also right. E. coli is used as host cell. In man, insulin is synthesized as proinsulin, that is also the correct statement. The functional insulin has A and B chains linked together by hydrogen bonds, that is wrong. It is disulfide linkages. So it is not by hydrogen bonds. So that is the reason the second one is wrong. The functional insulin has A and B chains linked together by hydrogen bonds is a wrong statement. It should be by disulfide bonds, okay, not by hydrogen bonds. So second statement is incorrect. That is the answer. So which is the important site of formation of glycoproteins and glycolipids in eukaryotic cells? So that is going to be Golgi body is the important site of formation of glycoproteins and glycolipids in eukaryotic cells. So the right answer is Golgi bodies. So match the following column and select the correct option. Column 1 with column 2. Clostridium botulinum. So what are they going to lead to? They are leading to the formation of butyric acid. Okay, Trichoderma polyspermum. So B is responsible for cyclosporin A, the antibiotic cyclosporin A. Monascus purpureus. So they are responsible for blood cholesterol lowering agent. So Aspergillus niger, they bring about the synthesis of citric acid. They are used for synthesis of citric acid. Okay, so these are the correct options. Clostridium botulinum is utilized for the synthesis of butyric acid. Trichoderma polyspermum is utilized for cyclosporin A, synthesis of antibiotic cyclosporin A. Monascus purpureus is used for the blood cholesterol lowering agent, that is statins. So they are used for synthesis of that. So Monascus purpureus. Aspergillus niger is utilized for the synthesis of citric acid. So this is the right combination and the answer is A2B1C4D3. Okay, this is the right answer. So embryological support for evolution was disapproved by, so the embryological support for evolution was disapproved by Carl Ernst von Baer. This is a little difficult question. You might not have come across this person's name. So Carl Ernst von Baer was the person who disapproved the embryological evidence for evolution. See, the sequence that controls the copy number of the linked DNA in the vector is termed as oricite. So the sequence that controls the copy number of linked DNA in the vector is termed as oricite. It is not palindromic sequence, neither is it recognition site or selectable markers. So the controlling the copy number of the linked DNA in the vector is termed as oricite. 34th, which of the following is correct about viroids? See, viroids are naked genetic material. They don't even have protein. Okay, they have free RNA without protein coat is a correct statement about viroids. They have free RNA without protein coat is a correct statement about viroids. Example is potato spindle tuber viroid causes potato spindle tuber disease. See, the Montreal Protocol was signed in 1987 for control of emission of ozone depleting substances. So the Montreal Protocol was signed in 1987 for control of the emission of ozone depleting substances. That is the right answer, 35th. 36th is the number of substrate level phosphorylations in one turn of citric acid cycle is the number of substrate level phosphorylations is synthesis of in one turn of citric acid cycle is 1 GTP, which is equivalent to 1 ATP. So 1 is the right answer. There is also synthesis of NADPH2 and FADH2. FADH2, 1 will be synthesized. NADPH2 will also be synthesized. So, but GTP synthesis, which is GTP is equivalent to 1 ATP. So they will be synthesized only once per citric acid cycle. So 1 GTP or 1 ATP. So 37th, which of the hormone following hormone levels will cause release of ovum or ovulation from the Graafian follicle? So the high concentration of estrogen is going to release ovum from the Graafian follicle. Select the correct match. So phenylketonuria, it is autosomal. Dominant trait is wrong. Sickle cell anemia, it is autosomal. That is, they are present on the non-sex chromosomes. They are recessive trait because they are expressed in double homozygous recessive condition, and it is taking place in chromosome 11. So the B is the correct answer. Sickle cell anemia is an autosomal disease, genetic disorder, recessive trait. They are seen as chromosome 11. They are found to occur. So the abnormality in chromosome 11 results in sickle cell anemia. Thalassemia is X-linked and hemophilia is Y-linked. So these are all wrong statements. Okay. So phenylketonuria, first one, third, and fourth are wrong statements. The right answer is sickle cell anemia, autosomal recessive trait, chromosome 11. So cuboidal epithelium with brush border of microvilli is found in. So this is again from structural organization of animals. The answer is proximal convoluted tubule of nephron, PCT of nephron. 39, that is the right answer. 40th, snow blindness in Antarctic region is due to inflammation of eye cornea due to the high dose of ultraviolet beta radiation uh, due to ozone depletion. Okay, so inflammation of cornea due to high dose of UV beta radiation, UVB radiation causes snow blindness in Antarctic region. Which of the following pair is of unicellular algae, single cell protein which we obtain from them? The answer is Gelidium and Gracilaria. They are useful for the synthesis of extraction of agar-agar. Anabina and Volvox, they are filamentous, and Volvox is colony. So Laminaria and Sargassum, they are macroscopic algae. Chlorella and Spirulina are unicellular algae. So this two pairs is of unicellular algae. So the answer is Chlorella and Spirulina. 42nd, the transverse section of a plant shows the following anatomical features. Large number of scattered vascular bundles surrounded by bundle sheath. Scattered vascular bundle is atactostele condition. Large conspicuous parenchymatous ground tissue. So these are all the transverse section of monocot stem. So vascular bundles are conjoined, that is xylem and phloem are in the same radius and closed because they do not have cambium. Phloem parenchyma is absent in monocot stem. So all these four characteristics. So the category of plant and its part is monocotyledonous plant you can see, and they are seen in stem. So a transverse section of monocotyledonous stem, you can notice all these attributes of it. 43rd, how many true breeding pea plant varieties did Mendel select as space, which were similar except in one character with contrasting traits? Okay. 14, true breeding pea plant varieties Mendel selected as space, which were similar except in one character with contrasting traits. Floridian starch has structure similar to amylopectin and glycogen. So the Floridian starch has a structure which is somewhat similar to amyloprotein and glycogen. Glycogen is a reserve food material of animals. Okay. Identify the correct statement with regard to G1 phase of interface. Again, this is a first year portions. So G1 phase is also called as gap 1 phase. So we should identify the correct statement, which implies three statements will be wrong. Reorganization of all components takes place, that is wrong. Nuclear division takes place, that is also wrong. DNA synthesis or replication takes place, that is also wrong. Cell is metabolically active, they grow but do not replicate its DNA. The cell grows, but there is no replication of DNA in case of G1 phase. So that is the right statement or correct statement. By which method was a new breed, Iserdale of sheep, formed by using Beccarii eaves and Merino rams? So by which method did they use mutational breeding, inbreeding, outbreeding, or crossbreeding? See, by crossbreeding method, a new breed, Iserdale of sheep, was formed by using Beccarii eaves and Merino rams. So crossbreeding it is. 46, the answer is crossbreeding. 47th, identify the wrong statement with reference to immunity. See, when ready made antibodies are directly given, it is called passive immunity. This is called as correct statement. It is active immunity is quick and gives full response. This is a wrong statement. Fetus receives some antibodies from mother. It is an example for passive immunity. Very true. When exposed to antigen, living or dead, antibodies are produced in the host body. It is called active immunity. This is right. But active immunity is quick and gives full response. It is a wrong statement. Second one is the wrong statement. The specific palindromic sequence which is recognized by echo R1 is GAA-TTC. So that is a specific uh, palindromic sequence which is recognized by echo R1. See, GAA-TTC, if you remember one strand, the complement you can write, they read the same from 3 prime to 5 prime. They read the same in both the strands. So we call them as palindromic sequence. Okay, G from 5 prime to 3 prime, it is GAA TTC. Again, you read in the next strand GAA TTC. So when two strands of DNA, they read the same when read in the same direction. So we call it as the palindromic sequence. So Echo R1 recognizes this GAA TTC palindromic sequence. If the distance between two consecutive base pairs is 0.34 nanometer and the total number of base pairs of a DNA double helix in a typical mammalian cell is 6.6 into 10 to the power of 9 base pairs, then the length of the DNA is approximately. So, so you have to convert it into meters. So then you have to multiply it with internucleotide distance. So internucleotide distance is 0.34 nanometer. So you can multiply this with 6.6 into 10 to the power of 9 into 0.34 into 10 to the power of minus 9. So 10 to the power of 9 and minus 9, they get cancelled. So 6.6 into 0.34. So that comes to around 2.2 meters. If the head of cockroach is removed, it may live for few days because the cockroach does not have a nervous system. That is wrong. The head holds a small portion of nervous system while the rest is situated along the ventral part of its body. So this is the correct statement. So the head is going to have just a small portion of the nervous system while the rest is situated along the ventral part of its body, because of which even after the removal of head of cockroach, the cockroach may live for few days because their nervous system is situated along the ventral part of its body. 51st, match the trophic levels with their correct species examples in grassland ecosystem. So first trophic level, grass. Okay. Second trophic level, rabbit. So B is 3, C is 4. B is 3 and C is 4. So you get it in only one choice, that is fourth one. And A is to fourth trophic level. So it is vulture. Okay. Then third trophic level, it is going to be crow. So third trophic level is crow. So this is the right answer. So fourth one, that is A is 2, B is A is 2, B is 3, okay, C is 4, D is 1. So this is the correct sequence. The enzyme enterokinase helps in conversion of trypsinogen into trypsin. So the enzyme enterokinase, they are going to convert trypsinogen, inactive trypsin into active trypsin, inactive trypsinogen into active trypsin. So 52nd, A is the correct answer. Identify the correct statement with reference to human digestive system. Serosa is the innermost layer of the alimentary canal. That is a wrong statement. Then here you have to understand three statements are wrong, one is right. Helium is a highly coiled part. That is a right statement. Vermiform appendix arises from duodenum is a wrong statement. Helium opens into small intestine. This is also a wrong statement. Okay, so the right answer is helium is highly coiled part is the correct statement. Remaining three are wrong statements. Name the plant growth regulator which, upon spraying on sugarcane crop, increases the length of the stem. That is, internodal distance is increased, thus increasing the yield of sugarcane. The answer is gibberellins. Gibberellins are going to cause this internodal elongation. Okay, so thus the yield of sugarcane is also improved by utilizing this gibberellin. Identify the wrong statement with regard to restriction enzymes. They cut the strand of DNA at palindromic sites. See, the restriction enzymes, they cut the strand of DNA at palindromic sites. That is a correct statement. They are useful in genetic engineering. That is also a correct statement. The sticky ends can be joined by using DNA ligases. So the sticky ends can be joined by using DNA ligases. That is the wrong statement. Each restriction enzyme functions by inspecting the length of a DNA sequence is a correct statement. So the wrong statement is sticky ends can be joined by using DNA ligases is a wrong statement. So match the following: inhibitor of catalytic activity, possess peptide bonds, cell wall material in fungi. Okay, cell wall material in fungi is chitin, C is 3. So only one possibility is a D, secondary metabolite. Resin is a secondary metabolite. C is 3, D is 1. So the right answer would be inhibitor of catalytic activity is malonate. Possess peptide bonds is going to be collagen. So the third one is cell wall material in fungi is chitin. Secondary metabolite is resin, which is obtained from the castor plant, Ricinus communis. So it is used as a biological warfare material, resin. Highly toxic it is. So goblet cells of alimentary canal are modified from the columnar epithelial cells. The answer is columnar epithelial cells. So match the following column and select the correct option, column 1 and column 2. So 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits. So we find it in case of 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits as found in cyclostomes. Heterocercal caudal fin, so it is found in case of chondriichthys or the cartilaginous fishes. Air bladder, osteichthyes, they help in floating. Air bladder, fourth is the answer. Poison sting is found in trigon or stingray. Okay. Uh, so this is the right answer. So D is the right answer. 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits is found in cyclotomes. Heterocercal caudal fin is found in case of chondriichthys. Air bladder is found in case of osteichthyes. Poison sting is found in case of trigon or stingray, what we call it as trigon. So 58th, fourth is the answer. 59th, Dissolution of the synaptonemal complex occurs during prophase 1 stage, especially the diplotin. I'd ask you to remember it as LZP square, leptotin, zygotin, pakitin, diplotin, and diakinesis. So the synaptonemal complex, they dissolve during this diplotin stage. Okay. So the 60th one, name the enzyme that facilitates opening of DNA helix during transcription. So name the enzyme that facilitates opening of DNA helix during transcription. So the facilitator is RNA polymerase facilitates the opening of DNA helicase during transcription. So which of the following statement is correct? Adenine pairs with thymine through one hydrogen bond. Adenine pairs with thymine through three hydrogen bonds. Adenine does not pair with thymine. Adenine pairs with thymine through two hydrogen bonds. It is a double bond. Adenine base pairs with thymine by double bond. Hydrogen bond it is. And adenine base pairs with the cytosine base pairs with guanine with triple bond. Okay. So remember this answer 62nd. So which of the following region of the globe exhibits highest species diversity? It is the Amazon rainforest exhibit highest species diversity. 62nd, third is the answer. So match the following column and select the correct option. So pituitary gland. So it causes diabetes insipidus. So pituitary gland, especially the uh, ADH deficiency, antidiuretic deficiency, we also call it as vasopressin. So it causes diabetes insipidus, dilute urination. Thyroid gland, they are going to cause the Graves disease. So B is one. Adrenal gland, they are going to cause Addison's disease. Pancreas is going to cause the diabetes mellitus by the deficiency of secretion of insulin. So D is second one, diabetes mellitus. So the right choice is second is the right choice where A is 3, B is 1, C is 4, and D is 2. If you have these choices, second one is the right choice. 64th, the products of reaction catalyzed by nitrogenase in root nodules of leguminous plants is or are. Okay, nitrogenase enzyme in the products of reaction catalyzed by nitrogenase enzyme, they'll result in products like ammonia and hydrogen. So 65th question, match the following concerning essential elements and their functions in plants. Iron, it is required for chlorophyll biosynthesis. Zinc is required for uh, indole acetic acid biosynthesis. Boron is required for pollen germination. So C is 2. And manganese. So manganese is Mn. So Mn is responsible for the photolysis of water. So second one is the correct choice. 64th, which one of the following would help in prevention of diuresis? So reabsorption of sodium ion and water from renal tubules due to aldosterone would prevent diuresis. So meiotic division of the secondary oocyte is completed at the time of fusion of sperm with an ovum. So meiotic division of the secondary oocyte is completed only at the time of fusion of a sperm with an ovum. See, match the following column 1 with column 2. Gregarious polyphagous pest. So they are fourth one, locust. So presently, India was attacked by the swarm of locusts, isn't it? Then adult with radial symmetry and larvae with bilateral symmetry. So it is going to be the Echinodermata starfish. Asterias is starfish. So B is one. Book lungs, you find it in scorpion. Bioluminescence, you find it in Tinoplanum. So they belong to this Tinophora. So you would be remembering about Tinoplana. So first one is the right answer. See, match the column 1 with column 2. Floating ribs. Where is it present? Acromion, scapula, and glenoid cavity. So the floating ribs is present they do not connect with the sternum. So floating ribs do not connect with the sternum. Acromion is going to be clavicle. Acromion is also called as clavicle. So glenoid cavity is head of the humerus. So glenoid cavity is the in the head of the numerus. So third one is the right choice with 4, 3, 1 and 2 as the answers. 70th is an interesting question. Secondary metabolites such as nicotine, strychnine, and caffeine are produced by plants for their defense action against the predators. Okay. So 70th, second is the right answer. Match the following column and select the correct option. BT cotton, Bacillus thuringiensis, adenosine deaminase, gene therapy, RNA interference, so cellular defense, PCR, detection of HIV infection. So let us see here. A is for BT cottonus bacillus thuringiensis, adenosine deaminase deficiency. It is one, gene therapy, RNA interference. It is two, cellular defense, PCR. It is detection of HIV infection. From his experiments, S.L. Miller, Stanley Miller produced ammonia acids by mixing the following in a closed flask. So it was methane, hydrogen, ammonia, and water vapor at 800 degree centigrade. So the methane formula is wrong here, and ammonium formula is wrong. So ammonia, it is ammonium is different. So CH4, hydrogen, ammonia, and water vapor at 800 degree centigrade. So 73rd, column 1 with column 2. So Bacillus thuringiensis. So cry proteins they are going to synthesize. Thermus aquaticus, DNA polymerase. Agrobacterium tumefaciens. So the first one, cloning vector, that is TI plasmid. Salmonella typhimurium, construction of first recombinant DNA molecule. So BT cotton variety that was developed by the introduction of toxin gene of Bacillus thuringiensis in BT is referred to is resistant to only insect pests. Choose the correct pair from the following. Polymerases break DNA into fragments, wrong. Nucleases separate the two strands of DNA, wrong. Exonucleases makes cut at specific position within DNA, that is also wrong. Ligases, they join the two DNA molecule, that is a right statement. 75th, fourth is the right answer. See, the body of the fuel, ovule is fused with the funicle at hilum. The answer is hilum. So if you look into the anatropous ovule structure of it, you can see that the body of the ovule is fused with the hilum. That is, funicle is fused with hilum. So the strobili or cones are found in Teres, Markensia, Equisitum, Salvinia. See, Equisitum hostile, there are strobili or cones are found in Equisitum. Answer is Equisitum. Match column 1 with column 2. Eosinophils. So what does eosinophils have? They release histaminase, destroy enzymes. Basophils, so they release granules containing histamine. Then second one, C, neutrophils, phagocytosis, lymphocytes, immune response. So this is the answer for it. 79th, identify the substances having glycosidic bond and peptide bond respectively in their structure. So they are insulin and inulin. Insulin and inulin are the substances having glycosidic bond and peptide bond uh, respectively in their structure. So the answer is inulin and insulin. So 80th question, in response to gross primary productivity GPP and net primary productivity of an ecosystem, which one of the following statement is correct? Gross primary productivity is always more than net primary productivity. So that is the right answer. So 80th A is the answer. 81st, match the following column 1 with column 2. So placenta, okay, zona pellucida, bulbourethral gland, Leydig cells. So placenta is human chorionic gonadotrophin, HCG. Zona pellucida, 3, layer of the ovum. Bulbourethral gland, so the lubrication of the penis. Fourth one, Leydig cells, androgens. Which of the following is not an attribute of a population? Natality, mortality, sex ratio, they're all attributes, but species interaction is not an attribute of uh, the population. Match the following columns and select the correct option. Organ of Corti, so located in the basilar membrane. Cochlea, so they are coiled part of the labyrinth. Eustachian tube, so they are going to be the connects middle ear and pharynx. Eustachian tube, they connect the middle ear and pharynx. Stapes attached to the oval window. Which one of the following is the most abundant protein in the animals? Collagen is the answer. Match the following with respect to meiosis. Okay, you have to write it in the select the correct option from the following A, B, C, D. See, A, zygote is going to be fourth one, synapses. Packet LZP, next step after synapses is crossing over. So let us see what is the answer that they have given. B is 3, crossing over. Diplotin is chiasmatodiakinesis is terminalization process. According to Robert May, the global species diversity is about 7 million. Okay, the ovary is semi-superior or semi-inferior in plum flowers. So the ovary is semi-superior or semi-inferior in plum flowers because they are having this half inferior ovary. Glucagon, select the correct statements. Glucagon is associated with hypoglycemia. Insulin acts on pancreatic cell and adipocytes. Insulin is associated with hyperglycemia. Glucocorticoids stimulate gluconeogenesis. So glucocorticoids stimulate gluconeogenesis. That is the right answer. 88th, fourth is the right answer. The process responsible for facilitating loss of water in the liquid form from the tip of grace blades at night and in the early morning is due to root pressure. Last question, 90th. Some dividing cells exit the cell cycle and enter vegetative inactive stage. This is called as quiescent stage or G naught. This process occurs. This process occurs at the end of G1 phase. They enter into G naught phase. So that completes our discussion of this NEAT 2020 question paper. So overall, if you see, there are a lot of questions from first year. They're all familiar questions. You just have to get used to it. And if you work more and more books, these are all easily you could have solved it. Okay. So remember about this question paper. So if you like this video and want to share it with your friends, so share it with your friends and like and subscribe for this channel also. So best wishes for your upcoming NEET examinations and other things. Remember, dear students, to like and subscribe this channel, and also remember that you have to work on 5 to 6 neat papers which I have uploaded in this YouTube channel, as well as there are nearly 6 CET question papers conducted by Government of Karnataka. The more you get exposed to such multiple choice questions, the better your performance in the examination. So that completes our uh, topic of analysis of NEET and solving this NEET 2020 biology question paper. Thank you.